This is where we're going today on the Otter Bay train, down to Southport Lagoon, and we're going to go for a walk, and if you're lucky we'll get you to this viewing spot. It's looking good.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want quiet carriage.
It's Wayne, I will be your train driver today, and welcome to the Otter Bay Railway. The limestone was mined a further 4 kilometres up the hill on the left hand side, and then the limestone was initially taken into Otter Bay up until 1950 and down at Deep Hole Bay until about 1977. The steam trains operated here from the early 20s up until about 1948-49. The steam locomotives were then put out of service in the late 40s, proving uneconomical, and 5 of these Malcolm Moore locomotives were sourced by the Commonwealth Carbide Company, and they continued to hold the limestone right up until 1977. In the late 70s the railway ceased operations for limestone purposes, and truck haulage took over up until about 1994.
Is this the furthest train running south in Australia? We're on it.
make your way down around this area, folks. Now, a man by the name of Edmund Tyler, he arrived here in 1842 on 5 years prohibition for stealing £30. So he was actually a convict and a former pit sawyer from England. Now, after he served his time, his 5 years, he received his papers of release some 5 years later. And he started up quite a large sawmilling operation in this area. Now, these are the two youngest sons of Edmund Tyler. We do believe there was around 6 sons and 2 daughters. But these are the 2 of the youngest sons. The 14-year-old over here, he got accidentally killed in a sawmilling accident. He actually fell in front of a saw whilst it was operating. His body was that badly mutilated, he had to be sewn up and stitched back together before he was placed in his coffin. The 19-year-old, he got struck by a tree limb whilst they were cutting the timber, and he subsequently died from his injuries. Now, these boys would have started work at, say, 8 years old, between 8 and 10 years old back then. That's just what the families... We'll talk about the Jaggers now. Now, a man by the name of Alexander John Jager, now he was a German immigrant. He arrived here in 1855 on a boat called the America. Now, he was a contractor and a builder, and the first person to build a bridge and construct a bridge over the Loon River. He was also a timber inspector at Port Huon Shipping & Co. He used to inspect the blue gum beams, the piles and the railway sleepers that were largely destined to Europe in earlier days. Now, he was initially quite a lonely man until he met a lovely young lass by the name of Christina Tyler. Now, Christina was one of the 2 Tyler daughters. There was Christina and Ida. But Christina and Alexander, they were embroiled in wedding bliss, and they soon got married and built quite a small cottage down in what we know as Jagers Bay. After room had to be added onto this small cottage because that marriage resulted in 21 children. 21 children being born. Now, that was a record for the day for a mother having single birth children, and that record still stands today. One of the young Tyler boys was playing on the tram line. Now, remember, back then the timber was towed by horse or bullock. On this particular occasion it was towed by a coupling of 4 horses. And you can imagine the weight of this timber behind these horses along the timber tram line. Particular morning, nobody noticed the little Tyler boy playing on the tram line. And as the leading horse approached, the leading horse bent down. He picked up the young Tyler boy by the scruff of his shirt and literally flung him off the tram line to save him getting trampled. Now, what Handy Tyler learnt of this, and he told his father, Edmund. And Edmund said that horse who saved that young Tyler boy will never ever work another day in his life. And that horse was sent to pasture, never ever to work again for saving the young Tyler boy's life.
You think about it?
Yep.
These are more authentic,
They've happened all over the place. It's just nice that it was recorded.
Come on, jump in.
You got it? Good. Oh dear.
Thanks very much for telling us.
Thank you very much.
We're about to come back tomorrow. Do your best, I guess.
Thanks for that. It was great.
Not a worry, mate. Glad you enjoyed it.
Especially going back to get Rex's back.
Oh, that's all right. That's all part of the service, eh? Well, you fellas have had a pretty good day.
Yeah, we have. We had a very good day.
That's excellent.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
That's all right.
Really enjoyed
We've
it.
had our exercise and our train trips.